Welcome back. Tributes continue to pour in for the National Assembly Speaker. That's the former Speaker, Ginwala. She died at the age of 90. Let's get some reaction now from Nomvula Mokonyane, who is the ANC's first Deputy Secretary General. Thank you so much for making time, Mrs. Mokonyane. What's your reaction as the ANC? Fikile Mbalula earlier saying that this is a great loss to the organization. How are you reacting and reflecting on the life of Ginwala?
Thank you very much for inviting us, Clement, and once more, sincere condolences to the Ginwala family, the friends and comrades of the stalwart, the matriarch of democracy, Comrade Ginwala. We all dip our banners in honor of Comrade Frini, a leader who in her own right was a dependable force, not only to President Nelson Mandela, but to the leadership of the ANC, both in exile and here in the country, when she was based in the United Kingdom, working together with leaders such as Comrade Oliver Tambo, but also connecting with us in the mass democratic movement. Myself personally have had the privilege of connecting with Ginwala when we were on a speaking tour, hosted by the anti-apartheid movement in the United Kingdom. And one of the things that she encouraged some of us in that delegation, Father Albert Nolan, Father Smangaliso Mkachwa, Professor Vone Butalo, was to say it as it is. Tell the world that children in South Africa are in detention, are being killed. Women are in detention. Parents are separated. And of importance that children and older people in South Africa are united against apartheid. And that is the mantra that I think Comrade Frini lived by, and hence a passion for equality, for the rights of women, as she championed a historic formation of women's formations in our country under the banner of the Women's Coalition, to ensure that we advocate united in our diversity, and we work together to influence those that were in the negotiating table, and insert a clause that in her honor we need to celebrate that clause that was inserted in our constitution around non-sexism and equality, but of importance also the incorporation of the Bill of Rights in our constitution. Beyond that, Comrade Rini was also one of a different caliber, somebody who was a disciplinarian, but also being able also to help others to become better people, and very important that she in her own way was able to steer leaders of the ANC towards embracing the cause for the emancipation of women and children. A historic moment of a conference of the ANC, Clement, that adopted the 30% quota parity, was because of the gentle giants like Umamu Ginwala, leaders such as Usis Baleka, and many others, Ruth Mumpati, who were part of that historic conference. And we had Madiba as a dependable ally in that moment. And I think we've lost an institution of memory. But we shouldn't also be too jealous and selfish. We must allow Comrade Frini to rest and pick up the spear. Yeah.
As the ANC, how are you going to honor her legacy, particularly around her passion for transformation, her passion for the empowerment of women? I was reminded of an article that she wrote on women in the ANC that was published in the 1990s, basically dispelling the myth around the role that women played in the struggle. And then I also told earlier that back in the day, She's one of the leaders that used to tell the ANC that we need to have women elected in the top leadership structures. And she was saying all of this at the time when it was not even fashionable to deal with these issues.
That's exactly why I'm saying she's one of those who even made leaders such as Oliver Tambo to be known as a champion for the emancipation of women, including the establishment of a desk in the office of the president then. And in her honor, I think we need to celebrate the fact that in the year where she is actually departing from Mother Earth, Comrade Frini, we today have 3 women who all of them contested to being in the officials of the African National Congress in their own right, because she not only believed in representation, but she believed also on emancipation and equality. And I think we owe it to those leaders that have conscientized many in the ANC, and still something that is a great deal of work in our society, to appreciate and respect the fact that women in their own right can stand the test of time, because they themselves have amassed a lot of experience and a lot of opportunities that have given them the right to be elected and the right to be recognized as equals in the ANC, in the country, and in society in general. This conference that we're coming from, Clement, has actually taken a resolution that it should not only end in the ANC. The issue of gender parity must be legislated so that every party that claims to represent the people of South Africa must come with a full representation of women with a minimum of 50%.
What activities can we expect from the ANC in honoring her life, in paying tribute? I know Fikile Mbalula said as the top 7 you will be meeting in the coming days to decide on the actual final program. And I imagine you've already started sketching up a plan of sorts. What can we expect from the ANC as you pay tribute to this late ANC stalwart?
For now, we've agreed that we must respect the wishes of the family, that Comrade Frini must be given that private send-off, and a series of activities, a series of events will be pronounced after the meeting where officials would have met. And before we can pronounce that, we need a body to give that go-ahead. And I'm sure by Monday, those activities will be shared with the nation.
Nomvula Mokonyane, the ANC's first Deputy Secretary General, thanks for making time.